Let's work on making it so that the rug will spawn in a random position for both players. It'll spawn in the exact same position, but it'll spawn in a random position. That way you can't just memorize where the rug is and go to every single time. You actually have to open the names for it. I also got to work making Zig's tag shows up on your hand menu for you and the other person so we both want to use their power. I also got to work on making a better naming system, so if you try to put in a name that's already taken, it'll pop up a little error saying, hey, this name is already taken. It just makes it a little bit easier for choosing your name. I then got to work on making it so that there are multiple layers you can clean off on the rug. So as you can see here, there's the first layer and the second layer. And if you go like fast and rapid, it doesn't clean both layers, it only cleans a little bit of the first and a little bit of the second. If you do it nice and slow, it cleans off both layers. It was a nice addition, and it makes it so much more satisfying to clean. I also got to work on adding a nice little outline shader to every object. I want this game to have a unique art style, and I felt like an outline shader was the right thing to do, because it just looks all the better. The maze, as you can see, has a little bit thin lines, but it still looks amazing for everything. I then got to work on making a basic level system, so that way you have a reason to play the game. I made it so the level shows up to your name on the main menu, and when you join a private lobby, it shows your name and what level you are. I then got to work on making a single player mode, because currently the only way to actually do the rug cleaning is to find a multiplayer match, and since there aren't many people playing the game, if you want to actually do rug cleaning, you can. So I just made a simple single player mode where you can reset the dirt texture so you can clean the rug again and actually change the rug texture. But right now it's just the green and white grid and the default rug texture. I then made it so that after you finish a game you get XP. It'll show you how much XP you gained, what level you are, what the next level is, an XP bar so you can see how close you are. Then it also shows how much XP you need to get to the next level, just so you can get an exact amount. I then got to work on making it so that when you join a multiplayer match, it'll have a badge that shows your level, so you can see how good the person you're playing actually is, to kind of give an idea of how good.
Also, the game is still very early in development, but I am looking for alpha testers, so if you'd like to play the game and get your name in the credits, special cosmetics, and help make the game as good as possible, just message me on Discord, Gmail, Oculus, Twitter. Really just message me on any social media platform and I will get you added to the alpha. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.
Welcome to the second devlog for Run Wild. We got lots of stuff to show off. We got armor, building, tons of bug fixes, and more. So here's a little sneak peek of what there's going to be.
Wait a minute, you can build in this game? Yo, we should build 9/11. Yeah, I'll be the plank. I'll make the tower.
Now that absolute fire intro is done, let's jump right in. So I first remade the main menu because the first one sucked. Like it was just a cube and supplies. So I made it a cave with crystals that actually looks really cool. Little hallways on the side that you can run into to join a single or multiplayer game. It looks so much better and I'm super proud of it because it looks really cool. I also did some optimization and was able to add grass to my game. It looks a little bit weird, but it still looks cool. Also, one problem people were running into while playing the game is you were super strong. Like if you did a strong throw, you could eat your items super quick. So I toned back your strength and now you can't eat stuff super far and it feels a lot more realistic. Now you die a lot in this game, and since it's a survival game, you really need a respawn screen. So I made a super basic one, and right now you don't drop everything on death, but maybe later. But anyway, I added a computer to the main menu so you can have a little bit more control over the game. Right now it allows you to change your name, save game, server settings like a server browser, quick play, private codes, etc. It's still super basic, but it does work. Now like I mentioned before, I added a save system so you could save your inventory and because restarting your game every time was really hard. But now you can save your games and pick up where you left off. I also did 4 save slots, so you have a good chunk of save slots, but not an infinite amount. I also made it so you can delete your saves, so if you mess up, you can restart. And yes, before you ask, I did mess up. A lot. Now, you can damage enemies, and they can damage you, so you need a way to protect yourself so you don't die in like 4 shots. So I modeled some armor in Blender, added it to the game, added a little bit of code, and boom, now you can craft and equip armor. This will help you block attacks and not die in like 4 shots. There are a ton of variations, and later on I want to add armor set abilities like Terraria, but I wasn't able to add it in this video, although maybe next devlog. Also, the player model before this was really bad. Like, it was just some blobs, so I found the player model, put it in Blender, chopped off his legs, and boom, now we have a player model that actually looks pretty good. I also added a mini-map so you can see where you are and other players, so it makes it easier to meet up with each other. Now also, the lighting before this was really good and was bad, so I added some real-time lighting and it looks so much better. So I'm super glad I added it, even if it removes the performance a little bit. I also added a health bar to enemies so you can see how much health they have left. It's a small thing, but it makes the game feel way more involved. Now for the game, it used to be that once you loaded into the game, the only way to leave was to quit the game, so I made a quick pause menu that lets you save, go to the main menu, and quit the game. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty nice. I also added an info tab to the computer. Right now it just shows the users online, but later on I want it to show more stuff. Now time for the main thing you are all here for, building. So usually the main staple of a survival game is the building, since you can create anything you want. So I created some simple blueprints that you can use, and I made it show a little outline that you can place, but right now you can just place an infinite amount. So I added a limit and also made it so you can adjust how far away from you want to place it. And I created a build menu UI that shows you how many building materials you have left, and the ability to craft building materials from shadows. And just like that, we have a super simple building system that's fun to mess around with.